Hey guys, so I'm going to do my thoughts on the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour eye studio eyeshadows. They have a long title. I have three of them. I'll just show them to you. Toughest Taupe, which is the taupe color, obviously. It's more of a gray tone, actually. Pomegranate Punk, which is a burgundy red color. And Bad to the Bronze, which is amazing. This one's my favorite. I'm going to start with my favorite. Bad to the Bronze I use a lot. I actually used it every day for about 2 weeks. And I just love this shadow. These do last a really long time. They don't crease for the most part. I did wear it on its own. I'm trying to remember because I experimented with these about a week ago. I did experiment with them on their own with no eye primer. This one was really good and didn't really crease throughout the day. They do set quickly, so you have to work with them quickly. But this one on its own is so amazing. You don't have to wear shadow on top of it. It just is super gorgeous. I'll go ahead and swatch it. This one's definitely my favorite color out of all of them. So that is what that looks like. I'll go ahead and swatch it there. So the reason why I like these is, yes, they're compared to the MAC paint pots. I think they're really different. I don't think they're really, they're similar in concept, but I don't think that they're really that similar. But what I do like is that none of the colors that I've noticed, except for maybe Bold Gold or whatever it's called, none of the colors are really similar to what MAC does. MAC has a set amount of paint pots. Yes, they come out with limited edition ones, but in their main line, I do not see any similar colors to the 24-hour one, so it doesn't feel like I'm buying something that I already have. The gold one is really similar to Indian Wood, but I never swatched the gold one, so I can't say that 100%, but that's why I didn't pick it up, is because I have Indian Wood paint pot, and that's a really similar color, so if I need something like it, I have Indian Wood, which is pretty much a straight gold. A little bit more bronzed, but it's still gold. I'm going to move on to Toughest Taupe. I already said everything I need to about Bad to the Bronze. Toughest Taupe is a taupe color. Yes, it's more on the gray side, like I said before. It's really, really similar to Copperplate eyeshadow by MAC, which is a powdered eyeshadow, so it's not the same product, but color reference wise, that's what it reminds me of. I'll swatch it. So as you can see, it's pretty gray. I mean, to me, it's pretty gray. What I do like though is there is some warmth to it, so when you blend it out, as you can see, it almost turns into a brownish color, which is where the taupe comes in. It's more warm toned when you blend it out, so I really like that. It's not 100% a cool toned eyeshadow, which don't always look that flattering to me, but you know, that's just my opinion. I like the warmer colors. But Toughest Taupe is hard to work with. I think the next two, Pomegranate Punk and Toughest Taupe, are harder for me to work with. I'm used to the like Benefit Creases cream eyeshadows. Even paint pots are really creamy. This one feels just like a paint pot. It does, the Bad to the Bronze, and that's because it's super creamy. Really easy to work with, easy to blend out. It stays creamy for quite some time, so it's easy to blend out. You have time. The Toughest Taupe sets almost immediately, and it's so hard to work with because it's a matte finish. It's great color-wise. I really love it, and it's good for like a smoky eye. Maybe it's just me. I prefer eyeshadow that is a little bit more creamy for a little bit longer of time period, because I'm not the best at applying eyeshadow, I don't think. So for me, this is definitely not good for beginners. And just keep in mind, this is all my opinion, so if you're a beginner and you can work with it, that's totally good for you. But I'm just saying, from my experience, it sets really fast, and when I blend it out with my finger, the bronze one blends out really smoothly because it's a really creamy product. This one's more matte, so it kind of looks splotchy when I get up to the brow bone. It looks a little bit splotchy, so I would definitely recommend, I've always set it with an eyeshadow. I use Copperplate from MAC. I do recommend setting it with an eyeshadow just to blend out the line, because for me, it gets blotchy. So this one's a little hard to work with. I don't know if I'd recommend it 100% for the price. You know, definitely try it if you're really that interested. But do know it's a matte color that sets really fast. So, you know, the color is really gorgeous. And I definitely love a neutral matte color that I can wear with just some liner. You know, I go to Groundwork for that all the time by MAC, which is a paint pot. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of you recommended these to me because you're like, cream eyeshadows are your thing. There's colors in here that you love, and I do, and I thank you so much for you guys recommending them to me. So the next one is my least favorite one, Pomegranate Punk. I've used this a couple times, and it's so difficult. It took me like 30 minutes, not even kidding, to really blend it out. And I don't know if it's just me or if it's the product. I don't know. It's more of a purple shade, as you can see. Well, it has more purple tones to it. I think it's gorgeous. The color is really amazing. But it was so hard for me to work with, and I don't know, again, if it's just me being, you know, incompetent at blending out the eyeshadow. I don't know, but I had to set it with Antiqued by MAC, which isn't really that similar, but similar enough that I could set it with that. What I do love about it, though, is the gold flecks that are in it. I think that makes it so unique. I almost didn't get it because, I'll show you. I own Idyllic from MAC, which is another paint pot. Looks like this. They're similar, not the same. Both have, you know, more reddish tones to it, but they're not the same. So that's why I went ahead and got it, because it had gold flecks in it. But I just can't work with it. I don't know. I'm gonna give it another try, obviously, but it was really, really streaky. And as soon as I put it on my lid and I went and did the other one, I went back to that one and it was completely creased in my eye. And I don't remember if I used an eye primer or not. I'm going to try it again with an eye primer and not setting it with the powder, and you know, if it does crease, I'll take photos for my blog and do a blog review. But from what I remember, it creased horribly, and even with the powder eyeshadow, it still creased. Not as bad, but it did. So if you have oily eyelids, I would stay away from the pomegranate one. I don't know what it is about the pomegranate one that's really that different, but I don't know. To me, there's 3 different textures. The pomegranate one's more of a satin with gold shimmer in it. Gold glitter, I should say. The toughest taupe is obviously a matte, and the bad to the bronze is a straight up like frost finish. So to me, they're different. I know some people might think bad to the bronze and pomegranate punk are really similar. In finish, that is, you know, they're both kind of shimmery, but to me, it's more of like a satin with frost, you know. But anyway, I definitely recommend Bad to the Bronze. It is amazing. If you want to see this in action, I did it on my, I used it on my Getting Ready With Me video, which I will link off to the side here again for you to check out if you want to see it work. I definitely think that it's good in the sense that you can use it for a crease color and a lid color, and it kind of changes in the light, so it looks like in your crease it's a little bit darker, which I love. So definitely recommend that one. Not so much the other 2. Toughest Taupe's kind of in the middle as far as recommendation, and Pomegranate Punk I definitely don't recommend. I just don't think it's that easy to work with. Again, it could just be me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just incompetent when it comes to these, but for me, I didn't enjoy that one. I love the color. Luckily, I have Idyllic because this color is really pretty on blue eyes, but those are my thoughts. Now you know what I think about them. Please let me know what other colors you guys like in the comment section, or just your thoughts on them as well. I'd love to hear it. But that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.